To the soldiers and airmen of the Enlisted Association of the National Guard of the United States, greetings. I'm Governor Mike Pence from the great state of Indiana, home to the 6th largest National Guard in America and the crossroads of America. I'm so grateful the association chose Indianapolis to host its 2015 National Conference, and we look forward to sharing our beautiful capital city with all of you. Centrally located, Indianapolis, Indiana is easily accessible, offers luxurious accommodations, all within walking distance to many sites and things to do all around the city. And as people learned a few short years ago when we hosted the Super Bowl, Indianapolis is also a fun place to visit and a great place for a convention. You're also going to experience a great sense of patriotism when you come to Indiana. Here in the Hoosier State, we cherish those of you who've worn the uniform of the United States.
We're really excited about the opportunity to have you come and visit us here. We've got some great events planned. I think those of you that want to come in early on the 7th, we're going to have a golf outing at the Brickyard Crossing right at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 3 of the 18 holes is right in the center of the Speedway. That's kind of exciting, a world-class golf course.
The Indianapolis Canal Walk is a unique getaway that has become a popular destination for Indianapolis residents and visitors. It can only be described as a 3-mile picturesque inner-city oasis where one can escape a hectic day in a serene setting. Monuments tower over the water, paying homage to fallen heroes and historical game changers. Massive works of art dazzle the senses, creating an air of creativity, and there are informational hubs strewn throughout the experience to bring in both modern and monumental history to the canal. White River State Park is a 250-acre park that consists of the Indianapolis Zoo, the Yadel Jorg Museum, the Indiana History Center, the Indiana State Museum, and the NCAA Hall of Champions, several of which are accessible from the canal. Georgia Street's in the middle of it all downtown. You'll find entertainment options all around you in this 3-block stretch. Known as the hub of the Hostel District and stemming off the Convention Center, you'll be able to take in the sights and sounds like Circle Center Mall, numerous bars and restaurants, and the home of Indiana basketball, Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Located along the north end of the canal is Military Park and the Medal of Honor Memorial. This memorial recognizes 3,459 recipients of the nation's highest military honor from 15 major wars and conflicts. The memorial is arranged by 27 curved glass walls between 7 and 10 feet high. The memorial also has a sound system which shares the story of a select few medal recipients each day. Located in the heart of downtown, a monument circle and recognized as one of the world's most exceptional monuments, the Indiana Soldiers and Sailors Monument stands as a symbol of Indianapolis and the state of Indiana. This 284-foot Indiana limestone memorial was dedicated in 1902 in honor of Indiana's soldiers and sailors who served in the Civil and Spanish-American Wars. Various works of art surround the monument, including War and Peace. Victory, a 38-foot bronze statue weighing 19,300 pounds, sits atop the monument. The Indiana War Memorial took 25 years to complete, and it occupies an entire city block. The shrine room, symbolizing peace and unity, resides on the upper level. On the main floor, visitors will find a list of Hoosiers who fought in World War I, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. The bottom floor shows the history of Indiana's veterans from the Battle of Tippecanoe to the war in Iraq. You can take advantage of visiting our other memorials such as the USS Indianapolis, Project 9/11, and the Veterans Memorial Plaza, just to name a few. Established in 1909, the IMS has long prevailed as an icon of motorsports excellence and is the world's largest spectator sporting facility. It plays host annually to 4 events. The Indy 500 and the Brickyard 400 take place on the 2.5-mile oval, while the Grand Prix of Indianapolis and the Red Bull MotoGP, which is currently forecasted for August 9th of 2015, are contested on different configurations of the IMS road course. Founded in 1902, the Indianapolis Indians are the second oldest minor league franchise in American professional baseball. The Indians are the minor league affiliate of the Pittsburgh Pirates and play at Victory Field, which is considered one of the finest facilities in all of minor league baseball. It has been recognized as the best minor league ballpark in America by Baseball America and Sports Illustrated. With 25 stations, the Pacers Bike Share program is available to anyone to ride along the cultural trail or just visit some of the downtown sites. Pacers Bike Share makes it economical and convenient to use a bike for grabbing lunch and especially for enjoying downtown Indy with friends and family in the fresh air. Bikes are fully adjustable and fit any size of person.
We're proud of our National Guard and those who've answered the call, particularly during the difficult times following that fateful day in September of 2001. For me and my family, I'll never forget that day. I was a member of the Congress of the United States. I was actually on Capitol Hill on 9/11, and with the smoke still rising from the Pentagon and all of us still reeling from that devastating attack in New York City and in our nation's capital, I went back and gathered with my young family in suburban Washington, D.C. And it was in a few short moments with my young children that I minted a deeper appreciation for those of you to whom I speak today and all of those who've answered the call in the days following that day in September of 2001. We were gathered around the kitchen table with our young children that very afternoon. My wife and I had a little bit of a family meeting to talk about what was going to come ahead, that Daddy would have new responsibilities in Washington, D.C., and that there would be work to be done. But it was when my 5-year-old followed me into the kitchen as I was headed back to Capitol Hill that my heart was deeply moved, and moved by the service of so many of you within the sound of my voice. There, standing in the kitchen of that suburban Washington home, my 5-year-old daughter looked up at me with those big brown eyes, and she said words I'll never forget. She said, "Daddy, if we have to make a war, do you have to go?" Her words just went straight to my heart. I went down on one knee. I threw my arms around that little girl. I kissed her on the cheek, and I said, "Daddy's too old." But I thought in that very moment, and every day since, of those of you that answered that call differently, who went down on one knee with a son or a daughter, who hugged a spouse, who hugged a mom and a dad as you put on the uniform and stepped into harm's way. Every single day I've dedicated my life, in the 10 different times that I visited soldiers downrange in Iraq and Afghanistan when I was in the Congress, and all that I've done as governor of the state of Indiana to keep faith with those of you who took a stand for freedom from that fateful hour forward. But you know what? I'm not rare in Indiana. I'm very confident that when you come to the Hoosier State, you're going to feel the patriotism of our people, but more than anything else, you're going to feel the gratitude of 6.5 million people who honor those of you who've served. And so thank you for your service to our nation. We in Indiana look forward to seeing the soldiers and airmen of the Enlisted Association of the National Guard in the United States in our capital city next August. I know you're going to love your time in Indianapolis, and I know Hoosiers are going to extend that warm hospitality and gratitude to all of you who have served during your time here in our great state. God bless you, and enjoy your week.